Most people relocating to Miami assume that living outside the city of Miami is the easy answer. They're thinking more space, calmer streets, and you still get that South Florida sunshine. But in this market, choosing to live outside can go one of two ways. It can either make your life feel simpler every single day, or it can quietly hit you with massive hidden costs. In this video, I'm walking you through the best areas to live outside the city of Miami. I've ranked them from a solid choice to what I call the set for life move. We'll cover common traps that relocation buyers fall into, which areas actually deliver on their promises, and the one city that consistently wins on long-term resale and family livability. I'm Milton Andrade. I help relocation and international buyers make neighborhood-specific decisions across Miami and the surrounding cities. My focus is always on reducing your risk and underwriting the true monthly cost of home ownership, not just the sticker price. So let's jump in. And just to be clear, when I say outside Miami, I mean outside the city of Miami limits, not hours away. We're starting with a spot that many families look at first because, on paper, it looks like the ultimate suburban safe bet. So, starting with number 5, we have Weston. This is the master planned family hub. Weston is on the I-75 spine of Western Broward County, and if you want order, predictability, and a life that feels organized, this is usually your first stop. Side note, this is where my family moved to when we moved from Long Island in the state of New York, because we were looking for something that had that same neighborhood feel where kids could ride their bikes in the streets and walk to school like I did as a kid. And the city of Weston was an amazing place to raise a family where I went to college immediately. My sisters went to elementary and high school, and it was one of the best upbringings that they could have, similar to what I had in New York. But there's something to keep in mind. If you live in Weston, but you work in Brickell, or like I did, went to the University of Miami, let me tell you, this is a high price to pay for A-rated schools, parks, and what you see as a full ecosystem compared to the city of Miami. It was at least a 45-minute commute, and sometimes an hour and a half, especially during rush hour. But the median price here is around $645,000 as of early 2026. So when you talk about what that buys you here in the city of Miami versus Weston, it's a huge difference. And the city of Miami is amazing, but the city of Weston has everything you possibly want for every price point. You have small, low-rise condominiums, you've got townhomes, you've got starter homes, and you have estate homes. You'll have something as low as $280,000, $290,000 for a small one-bedroom condo in an older building, low-rise. But then you have $5 million estates. You know, city of Weston is a city on its own, and it's got everything. So highly recommend. Now, number 4 is Doral. Doral has international energy and logistics. Why do I say that? Because it's located just west of the airport corridor. This is the business and travel hub of Miami-Dade, and it's known for newer construction and gated communities. The city of Doral has everything, including high rises as beautiful as those you'll find in Brickell, downtown, and Edgewater, but oddly enough, with lower maintenance fees. So it's just an amazing thing, but every place you look at Doral has an HOA. So watch out for the HOA trap. You see, the median price right now is only $588,000. What are the monthly dues really covering? And being close to the airport, it could be a pro or a con, because one of the things about Miami is that the airport is in the middle of the city, landlocked, so you're gonna have a lot of planes potentially overhead. Not super noisy, but there's something to think about. And Doral has a very specific vibe. It's very active, it's very professional, and it's very connected to the global market. Doral is a city on its own that has everything, including the malls and the shopping, the restaurants. City of Doral is great, And I know a lot of people that love calling that place home. Next, we have Aventura, and that is waterfront condo lifestyle. Aventura does have single family homes, but most of Aventura is condos, vertical living, and also has a golf course, country club style living with a lot of these buildings, and one of the best malls in the United States. Aventura sits on the northeast corner of Miami-Dade, right on the Broward line, and it is what I call the premier lock and leave destination for people who want amenities over acreage. But remember, you are buying the building, not the unit. And many of these buildings in the city of Aventura are 30, maybe even 40 years old. And so you want to definitely keep that in mind. You need to look at what the building health looks like and what their financials and the reserves look like, so you can see whether or not a special assessment is coming. And this is why the median price is only $500,000. And it's because it's very condo heavy inventory. Now, they've got some beautiful new condos and some really design forward condos and water views for days. On top of that, Aventura Mall and Brightline, which means you have access to the train that takes you all the way to West Palm Beach and all the way down to the city of Miami. It actually takes you further than that. It takes you all the way to Orlando, and more stations are coming. So it's well connected, it's great lifestyle, it's very polished, but a lot of buildings, a lot of HOAs, and you gotta live by the building rules. But city of Aventura, 5 stars. And then we have Miami Shores. This is the residential village. Miami Shores is the village just north of the city, and it's known for incredible tree-lined streets and a strict single-family home residential rhythm. And what does that mean? I'd say think of it like Coral Gables. It is predictable, beautiful, amazing schools, a nice little downtown. You're 15 minutes from everywhere, and it's in high demand. And so there's an inventory squeeze there. Houses move fast. And this is why the median price for a single family home in Miami Shores is $1.1 million. People are paying for that village identity, and it's close to everything, but that's including Biscayne Bay. So you definitely want to know what the insurance is going to look like and what your elevation is. So why is this a shortlist neighborhood? Well, it's for buyers who want to be within 15 minutes of the action, but feel like it's a different area once they pull into their driveway. And Miami Shores is exactly that. It is a beautiful residential neighborhood away from the hustle and bustle of Brickell and close to everything right off the I-95. But here's my number one, and that is Parkland. This is ultimate family legacy. Parkland is where you go when you want the complete package of safety, education, and long-term asset defensibility. In the early 2026, the median sale price here settled at around $1.15 million. But Parkland has been moved to the number one spot as the ultimate family haven, with a 2026 median sale price reflecting this premium status. I call it the billionaire bunker of the suburbs. You have Parkland Golf and Country Club versus Heron Bay. Heron Bay has something for everybody, and Parkland Golf and Country Club, think of it as Indian Creek. It has schools that draw everybody to this neighborhood, not just for the zip code. They have the best schools in town. And this is one of those rural pockets. Parkland has areas where you can still have horses. It's a rare mix of modern gated luxury and country estates. It is as far west as you can go. So when you think of it as Weston or Parkland, which really both border the Everglades, one is a little bit more intimate and curated, and Weston is a big, massive machine. So how do you choose? Well, now that you've seen all 5 options, the choice is going to come down to your personal risk profile and your daily rhythm. Are you okay with a 45-minute commute for a level 1 school, or do you need to be closer to the core of Miami Shores? And also, that 45-minute commute is on a good day, because it could be an hour and a half. So here's my parting advice. Make your decision first. Remind yourself that a beautiful home in the wrong city can become a headache in 6 months. You want to know going in what that total price is going to look like. So if you're relocating and trying to decide which area outside the city of Miami actually fits your life, your commute, and your true monthly cost of home ownership, well, then reach out. There's a link in the description, and that's the easiest way to schedule a quick call. And I'll help you narrow this down based on how you live, where you need to be day to day, and what risks you need to underwrite before you commit. And I have a relocation guide that's an easy download just click on the link below. I'm Milton Andrade. I help relocation and international buyers make neighborhood-specific decisions across Miami and the surrounding cities, with a focus on risk, resale, and the real cost that shows up after closing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.